Okay, everybody, got my harvesting basket. We just got home from a little family vacation 30 minutes ago. So my husband took the kids to a playground and I'm out frolicking in the garden. But I wanted to video some of this because one of the most awesome things from coming home is finding all the things that you missed out on while you were gone. So I glanced a little bit, I saw some things and I'm really excited. So I wanted to share that with you and also show you a little bit of the tomatoes, which I didn't show you last time. So let's join me for a little welcome home from vacation harvest. First of all, I need to water up here. So I'm gonna go down and pick some stuff from the squash, which are down below. But look at all the flowers I have here. I need to actually deadhead some of these, but yeah, lots of blooms while we were gone. I missed my garden so badly, so I will take care of that, but let's go pick some squash. I know there's a bunch down there. Okay, let's go up in here first. We're gonna go to the zucchini. Now you can see the flowers, you bees. Okay. I see a little Hubbard starting there. That's nice. Ooh, that's nice. I'll pick those tomorrow morning to sell down at the farm stand. And this one I actually saw earlier. I picked these. This patty pan got huge. So I don't know if these are supposed to turn yellow. I've seen yellow patty pans, but that's about as big as I want it. I can actually like these a lot smaller. I'm seeing a lot of pumpkins too. All right, I think we're done down here. Let's go up. See my hugelkultur, semi-hugelkultur bed that's forming here? You can see the under areas of it. So that part is not safe to walk. But on top, I have pumpkins and more patty pans growing. So eventually this will all be filled in. Well, let's live dangerously. I'm gonna step up on this stump here. All right, I'm okay. It wiggled a little. Look at those pumpkins. Cute. Okay. Ooh, a little squishy. What do we have over here? My fig tree taken off. I don't know where I'm gonna plant you. Gotta figure that out. Still no eggplant on this buddy here, but we got lots of peppers forming. Oops. These are the early jalapenos that grow mighty fine up here, I must tell you. I've grown them a lot. And oh, I see that my eggplant are deficient in some things. So we'll have to fix that. Oh, look at all of these beautiful jalapenos. This is my jalapeno plant that I grew last year and saved and kept inside in my studio. Hi, Froggy. What's up? What are you doing? What are you doing? Ooh, this Anaheim pepper's getting big. Okay. All right, well, still a few more weeks. I think I can get some growth, but when we do have our hoop house next year, I should have some pretty sweet pepper action here. Ooh, this is a good looking basil. I think I'll sell that down at the road tomorrow. All right, let's go. All right, looks like I'm gonna have to be harvesting some potatoes here very soon. So I'll make a potato harvest video coming up. Let's go in the garden. All the flowers. Whoops, got my basket. So many awesome dahlias and zinnias. So I'll have to deal with that later. Oh, there's my sacrificial cabbage that I let go. It's split, I see. Look at that split. But my other cabbage, they're doing okay. Got a little slug action on that one, but I harvested this guy. I harvested a big cabbage from it, and if you let it go, it will grow some little tiny cabbages. They won't get as big, but we'll get some more harvest. Got some here too. Hey, pumpkin. And then I made a little trellis right here, right before I left, for a pumpkin to grow on. So that's gonna be hanging there. That should be interesting. These are pickling cucumbers, and I tend to keep these smaller, but that's fine. These are a good size. I will make some mighty fine ferments out of that. Let's pick you. Oh, this is quite interesting. Right before I left, my kale had been cabbage wormed like crazy. I mean, there were holes in all of the leaves. And what I did was I just picked them all off, all of them, down to just so that these little tiny ones were left. And just being gone 4.5 days, all this has grown back. I also BT'd them. So if you're not familiar with BT, the BT spray, it's something bacteria or something. I'll look it up. It's organic, and it just makes the cabbage worm stop eating. So these look outstanding. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Wow. Wow, those look great. Okay. And look at my quinoa changing red, or changing into red. Again, I mean, if you missed my last video, go check it out. I give a brief tour of the garden, but oh, it's going to be so cool when these all turn red, and then they'll be ready to harvest. I think from all my quinoa growth this year, I should be able to get a couple of cups. Hey, you know, it's better than nothing, and it's really fun to grow. Ooh, look at this sunflower. My, oh my, that is awesome. Little dwarf sunflower. It's like facing the poly sheeting. Speaking of poly sheeting, let's go into one of my polytunnels here that I have prepared. I didn't go over this in my last video, but I have my tomatoes. I have the green zebra variety in here, and they're really quite lovely. They, if you're not familiar, they were developed up here in the Pacific Northwest, I believe in Everett, Washington. And that helps for climates like ours up here. But, oh, I see one that's turning, it's finally, this is what I believe they should look like when they're getting ripe. They start to get yellow. So you see that beautiful coloring there. It's starting to get ripe. I think I'm gonna pick it. So I'll go ahead and pick that. Oh, that's beautiful. And these are an heirloom variety. So if you do grow these, oops, you can save the seeds and plant those seeds next year. Yeah, that's ripe. Very, very sweet tomato. Okay, let's go on over to this other polytunnel. If you are new to my channel, I make these for my tomatoes and peppers as well, but mostly for my tomatoes. They're just really simple. I mean, it's basically like a hoop house, but I didn't have the materials for a full hoop house this year, so I just pounded fence posts in the ground and PVC pipe. I've mentioned in the past that PVC and poly sheeting are probably not good to put together because the PVC off gases and can destroy your poly sheeting. But I've not had problems so far, but I have heard that. So get that right tomato over there. Anyway, I have a Moskvich variety in here. I keep the ends open, but I can close them up to keep them warm, which I do some of the nights at both ends so that they stay warm. But keeping them open during the day, of course, allows the bees to come in for pollination. Some nice tomatoes here. Great. This plant was suffering from blossom end rot. So you can see that tomato. But there were some other tomatoes that were doing worse. I believe it was deplete of calcium, so I dumped some milk in the pot, and I believe that has helped. I also sprayed the leaves with neem, and another good tip is really you should keep the leaves from the lower part of the vine trimmed very well, which I didn't do a great job of this year, but the leaves don't like to get wet. So that is really the main motivation of building the polytunnel here, is to prevent water from getting on the plants and keeping them warm. So it's worked out great so far. All right, my battery's dying and I've got to go make dinner. This is what I have so far, not too bad. I have a lot more actually to pick. But yeah, I'll put these tomatoes in the windowsill. Those will ripen up. And yeah, that is so much fun coming back from vacation and seeing all of this garden joy. Have a good one, everybody.